there, 8th graders. So this is a quick video to show you a little bit more about how to create a mola and what a mola even is. And the word mola just kind of means tapestry, or it's a form of artwork that uses fabrics and threads, so it's textiles. And to help out with this, I've got a couple videos here. The first one tells you a little bit more about the Kuna people from Panama. They're farmers, they're gardeners. They hunt as well, but the women specifically traditionally have passed down this art form of creating a mola, which is a style of art which actually goes right on their dress. And it connects to nature and economics because the women do also sell these, especially to tourists and people around the world. It's a way to create income. And then also it beautifies their own clothing. So they really love to do it. So this video here shares a little bit about that, and then this video here shows you a great deal of different kinds of molas to kind of help you brainstorm. Typically, they have some form of animal or nature that they're familiar with. But for ours, instead of using fabrics, we are going to end up using paper. So that will be a little bit different. So for mine, I'm going to share my example with you. And I would say always start with sketches. Just brainstorm those ideas first. So the first thing I wanted to do was I wanted to select an animal that was actually native to Panama. And I ended up going with an insect, specifically a spider, because it's not something that I usually create. So this spider, I apologize to anyone who might be fearful of spiders, is actually called the spiny black orb weaver. And it's so cool. It kind of looks like a crab and a spider all at the same time. It's the strangest thing, and they look like they're very small. So I went with this fella, and the first thing I did was I sketched it out on a piece of paper. So, I'm going to show you on my visualizer here. Every person is going to get a black piece of paper, and you've also, if you're remote, you'll see that you've got a lot of colored paper as well. And the first thing I did was I drew it out on paper first, and I'm sorry I don't have that sketch to share with you, but I started with the body. I folded a piece of paper in half, and then I cut out half of it because I wanted to make sure I got it pretty well rounded. And then I noticed that not only did it have spines, but it had kind of these ornamental shapes on the back that almost look like a skull, which is kind of cool. And the body, of course, is much bigger than the head. So when I drew it out, I cut out the body first, and then I took it and I glued it down on a piece of yellow paper, and then I cut out the yellow paper to create this almost yellow halo. And from there, what I did was I cut out the spikes, and I layered those on some blue paper. I did the same thing with anything that has a repetition of color, because these are very colorful, but also molas in general, when you look at the video, they're super colorful. Another thing you can do, and I'm not quite done with this guy because I got to make the legs, and I've only just started cutting them out of purple paper. And I might layer another color on top as well, but I'm going to put those in, so I've got more to do. Once you get your creature kind of created, you want to think about what kind of border or patterns can you do around it. I think I'm going to add some more to create some pattern work here in some different shapes after I glue him down. But I just wanted to make sure that I had enough room for it. Because when you look at molas and mola art, just type this in here, mola art. When you take a look at some of these designs, they're absolutely stunning. Like this one here of these two birds, there's so many different shapes and patterns. And you can create these just by layering different colors of paper. For example, if you cut out, say, this M-looking shape, and then you layered it on an orange piece of paper, and then cut it out, and then you layer this on a black piece of paper. The animals themselves, the creatures, I mean, they definitely, when you look at it, like, I know that's a crab, but I've never seen a crab like that. So there's a lot of ways that you can create them and make them fun. But the trick is really layer that paper, because although this leg is kind of cool, I think it would look better if I layered it on a different color and then put it in. And it looks like it's got sort of a colored outline, so it's just a little trick there. You will want to have a pair of scissors and a glue stick handy, for sure, to do this project. And, use those colors. Make it fun and fantastic. We have some time to work on this, so When you finish them, take a photograph of it and send it my way. But I'm very interested to see what you do, and I'm very interested to see what the class does. So when I get all of them, of course, I'll put them together in a big group share. But I wanted to show you this so that you had a better understanding of where you were going, and I hope that you have fun with it, because it is kind of a cool opportunity to do something kind of abstract. All right, but if you have any questions, just send me an email and let me know. Okay, guys, have fun.